everybody. I was about to start this call and thought, I need some energy. So cheers to anyone who loves Alani energy drinks. Mm. And also, a rule I have is that if you ever see me take a sip of water, you have to take a sip of water because we have 100 ounces to drink today, and this half hour is a time where we can get that done. Welcome to the challenge info session. My name is Coach Jess Lee. Thanks for turning on your camera for that one. Yeah. I have my master's degree in exercise physiology, bachelor's in kinesiology. I'm a certified personal trainer and a prenatal postpartum exercise specialist, AKA I love health and fitness. I did not play sports as a kid, which is sometimes shocking to me that I am so into health and fitness. But the reason I am is because it just makes so much sense. And that's something that I've found I'm really good at, is making all this complicated, gate-kept information make sense. And when it makes sense to you, you will execute on it consistently, even on the days you're not motivated, even on the days where you're out of town. And really what my mission is if I can help you improve your health and fitness, you are going to show up as a better leader at work. You are going to show up more secure in your marriage or relationship. You are going to show up more reliably and energetically as a parent. And so in this, I am able to change society, change generations, and you're a part of that now. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Now, the 8-week transformation challenge. We run 4 challenges a year. First Form has been awesome enough to allow me to use their app as the vehicle by which I run my coaching business, Jess Lee Fitness. And the theme of this challenge is enjoy summer and get results. And my goals paper is like swinging in the wind here. So I'm just going to take it down. It's like talking to me. It's like, remember your goals for this challenge. So enjoy your summer and get results. Here's the thing with my method of coaching. You are never going to quit my method of coaching by saying, I just want to live my life, Jess, because you're going to live your life and still continue to get results. You're never going to resent my methods because they allow you to live your life, because I'm over here living my life and I'm getting results for myself and for other people. So I want you guys to really lean on that. If you feel like you're not able to do the things you want to do, let me know, because there's a approach or a concept we can apply to make it all work seamlessly for you. Now, for those of you who have done a challenge with me, the game plan is the same. Or if you're just in the app with me in between challenges, the game plan is the same. But what a challenge does is it brings this relentless consistency and motivation, and everybody comes together to do this one thing. And it makes it a lot more reasonable than having this all-in, all-out mentality where, hey, for 8 weeks, we're going to dial it in and we're going to commit and we're going to show ourselves what we are capable of. If you can do the things you say that you're going to do for 8 weeks, you are now going to have this confidence in you when it comes to your work, or like suddenly you're going to be making your kids' Halloween costumes a month before Halloween instead of 2 days before, because you're the kind of person who does what they say they're going to do. It applies everywhere. So I want to set some immediate standards of what you're going to get from me as your coach at the first level of my coaching, AKA you're paying $12.99 to be in the First Form app. So you are going to get a daily announcement from me. It's going to be posted around 7 a.m. You're going to get every version of me in those announcements. You're going to get makeup done. You're going to get pajamas, but that's how you know I'm a real person right here with you doing this. The daily announcements are a video and some text. I want you to watch it and read it and do any to-do items that I list out. That's every day. You also have an opportunity to submit a weekly assessment to me. Those are open on either Sunday or Mondays. This is really how I'm going to be able to give you feedback on how things are going for you, where we can systemize what's working and kick to the curb what's not working. So make sure to get that weekly assessment in on either Sunday or Monday each week. You'll see it pop up in your weekly tasks on your dashboard. You also have access to the free Facebook group community. This is the Jess Lee Fitness community, where I'll do live education twice a week. We'll have a monthly team workout. I'll share lots of tips and tricks in there too that I can't squeeze into the daily announcements. And then you'll also get a 24-hour response time from me on messages and assessments, which is bonkers to think about because I've been fortunate enough to be able to help hundreds and hundreds of people at this point, but I am so committed to treating you as an individual and that you matter so much to me that I am making the time to get back to everyone in a 24-hour period, even if it is no makeup in my PJs, okay? Or if my daughter's climbing on me, I will get back to you. Now, you can also sign up for individual one-on-one calls with me. These are paid calls, either 30 minutes or 60 minutes, and you can sign up for them anytime you want with my calendar scheduler. I'll email that out to everybody. But that's a great way to really dive in because the game plan I'm going to tell you guys, it works for everyone. But I want to be able to personalize it for you, problem solve for you, align it to your goals. And we can do that through text and video message, but a one-on-one call is a really great way to really nail it down. Now, I am officially opening up 5 spots in my paid coaching program. This is my highest tier. I'm opening 5 spots for this challenge. And what this is this is for people who really want to go. They really want to go. They want it now. And we will do, I will reserve 60 minutes a week for us to talk on Zoom. So we'll have a weekly Zoom call. You'll also get a meal guide from me every single month. And you'll also get priority response from me. And you'll be in a daily accountability group chat with everybody else in there. What this brings is a lot more accountability, a lot more personalization, and maximized results. So I have 5 spots open for that. I do have a very, very special price for the 2 months of the challenge. So you'll get $100 savings. So that's going to be $699. So if you want to jump on that, just let me know. If you want to learn more, let me know. And if you want a taste of it, sign up for a one-on-one single session with me. Now, that's what you can expect from me. Hold me to it. What am I going to expect from you? First off, I want you to engage in the Facebook community. There's this phrase, you can go fast alone, but we can go far together. I'm tired of everyone feeling like they're the only person who shoves a bag of M&Ms in their mouth at night. I'm tired of being the only person who thinks that when we say we have 1 piece of bread, we have 3, okay? It's okay. We're all in this. We are all of our bodies are bodies. And so it's funny to think that we're the only ones going through this. And I have solutions, but so do you all. You all have problem solved your whole life to see what's working for you. So please engage in the Facebook community and I'll give you ways to throughout. I need you to submit a weekly assessment. This takes a few minutes to do. And the first time it might be a little clunky, but you'll get real quick at it and just reserve time to do it. Again, doing the things you say you're going to do, this is a really simple task to build that discipline. And it's a really great opportunity at my free level of coaching for me to give you some feedback. I also want you to ask me questions. Do not hesitate to message me. You are brave. You are courageous. You can be vulnerable. That's what joining this challenge has already declared for me to you. So ask me questions, message me anytime. On your dashboard in the app, you do have a daily tasks. So if you can grab your phone, on your dashboard, you're going to see a list of daily tasks. You can actually edit these tasks to be whatever it is you want to focus on. And so I'm going to give you guys kind of an example of what I want to see in there from you. Can you see it? Yeah, daily tasks. Look, I already did most of mine. So you can hit edit at the top. Some things that I need you to have in there during this challenge is track macros, hit protein goal, drink 120 ounces or more of water, although for some of us it's only 100 ounces, and then something related to walking, something that's reasonable for you. Once one of these things becomes a habit, I want you to swap it out for something else, okay? Next is going to be weekly tasks. So if on your dashboard underneath daily tasks, you don't have weekly tasks, you have something that says kickstart your transformation, get that list done because you're going to want to see this weekly tasks populate. So you're going to see take photos, take an assessment, weigh in, add body metrics. Now, when you take your assessment, it's going to ask you to add a new weight and add new photos. So my advice to you is just to do those 3 things all in one swoop. So either on Sunday or Monday, that's when you'll take photos. That's when you'll weigh in. You can weigh in more than once a week, but I recommend only weighing in once a week because weight loss, if that's your goal, isn't going to just tick down every day. Let's say you weigh 150. this is what it's going to look like. Monday, 150, Tuesday, 150, 150, 150, 150, 149. You're going to get discouraged come Thursday and back off. But that momentum built to that drop. Okay. So weigh yourself once a week. And then body metrics. Body metrics. These are circumferences. You can edit which of these you take. I really only want you to be absolutely concerned with your hips and your waist, because these are big indicators of comorbidities and health in general, which should be our first focus. I only really need you to do them once a month, if that. If it's something you want to be conscious of, go for it, go ahead. But I don't want to inconvenience you. Remember, you're never going to resent this process with me. And I'm a real person. I don't want to do my circumferences all the time. So leave those be. All right. Next thing is photos. We want to make sure that our photos have good lighting. We want to make sure that our photos have a pretty blank backdrop. Now, taking photos can be scary. Something I want you to know is nobody's going to see your photos unless you give me permission to share them. I'll always ask you. But this is between you and me. Those first round of photos are important. But if 1 week you're like, man, I'm on my cycle, or I don't feel like it, bring your kids in on it. Hold your dog in the photo, okay? Have fun with it and make it a part of your lifestyle. The next thing that is expected of you is to run the play. You're going to hear me talk about this a lot. Let's all take a sip of water. You are going to hear me say run the play a lot. What is the play? The play is what I like to call the big four: calories, protein, movement, and water. And if you've heard this before from me, I want you to hear it again, because again, I want you to be confident that you know what you're doing and you're not just doing what I tell you to do. I'm glad you trust me and all, but I need you to trust you. Okay. So first thing we're going to talk about is calories. A lot of you have probably tracked macros before, or you've been on some kind of diet. Every fad diet is a macro diet. Every fad diet that works is because you're in a calorie deficit. But whatever fad diet that is probably isn't really sustainable, because how are you going to eat high fat, low carb for the rest of your life and be a cranky person? How are you going to eat in the steepest, lowest 1,100 calories a day? Oh my gosh, I feel so sorry for you. And do that for the rest of forever. That's where the weight comes back. But we're still going to work on this calorie deficit premise. So something that I need to put into your guys' brains is how many calories you're actually burning in a day. It's a lot. At rest, your resting metabolic rate, sometimes called your basal metabolic rate for my F45ers, Orange Theory people, you can get that from your in-body scan. This is 10 times your body weight in calories. So I weigh about 135. So I burn 1,350 calories just resting. Like if I got out of bed, brushed my teeth, drove in the car for 16 hours, only got out to maybe fill up for gas, I would burn 1,350 calories just existing. The more you weigh, the more you burn. Now, muscle is more metabolic than fat. So if you are a 200-pound person, your resting rate's probably more like 1,850, but it's safe to say it's 10 times your body weight. Then you throw in, you talk with your hands. Maybe you jiggle your leg. Maybe you throw your 2-year-old over the shoulder to get out of Barnes & Noble because she's screaming. That was me 2 weeks ago. Maybe you work out. Any movement you do, when you grab your water and take a sip, that's going to add on. Okay. Now your Apple Watch can give you a good kind of reference to that. For an average weight person who's hitting about 10,000 steps a day, it's going to be anywhere from 600 to 1,000 more calories. You guys, we're burning so many calories. I'm never going to make you eat in 1,000 calorie deficit. So let's talk about where your deficit is if you want to lose fat. 1 pound of fat is 3,500 calories roughly. So we're going to have you in a sweet spot when you're just getting started at about a 500 calorie deficit. So that if you were in this for a whole week, you're going to lose about 1 pound of fat per week. Now you could lose more than that, but this is just the baseline. Okay. So what I need to be sure of is that all of you have the right setting in your app for your activity level, because we need to be telling the app how many calories out we're doing, how many we're burning, so it can tell us the right amount of calories in. So we're all going to confirm that together. If you take less than 10,000 steps per day, your activity level is technically going to be sedentary. I know you work out 5 days a week, but if you get less than 10,000 steps a day, we're telling the app that you are sedentary. You can do this by going into the menu tab and under the nutrition settings, right? Because this is related to our nutrition prescription. Change your activity level to sedentary. 10,000 to 17,000 steps is going to be light activity, and 17,000 or more is very active. This is going to make your calorie prescription appropriate for you and your goals. Sound good? Now, we're going to talk about what to eat, how to track here in a second, but I next want to step into the importance of hitting our calorie goal. There's 3 reasons why people struggle to lose weight. The first one is that they're chronically overeating. That just speaks for itself. We store the excess. Chronic undereating, we are told that it's because our body goes into starvation mode and holds on to everything. That's not really it, because the starving kids in Africa are not overweight. Gotcha there. When we chronically undereat, we are conditioning our metabolism to only handle this many calories, let's say like 1,200, and I'm burning like 2,400 a day. I'm conditioning my metabolism to only handle this much. I talk fast when I'm excited, can you tell? So that one time I go out to eat, that one time I go to that wedding event with the buffet, that one time I have the extra glass of wine, I'm storing that. My body has no idea what to do with that. And so we condition our body to eat enough calories for fuel and for life and for fun that is still clearly in a calorie deficit, clearly. All right. Remember, I can adjust your calories. We can talk about it if you feel like you're force feeding yourself or you're starving. This is why I want you to message me, talk to me, submit your weekly assessments. So it's very important. However, and we're talking mostly about burning body fat here, but if your goal is to gain weight, build muscle, I would suggest a one-on-one call with me. I'm going to focus this on what the majority of people are focusing on, which is losing body fat. Now, if your goal is to do both, a lot of people say you can't lose body fat and build muscle. Okay, fine. But you can lose body fat and get a toned, lean physique. Because when we lose that body fat, I'm not flexing, I'm just showing you something. When we lose that body fat, suddenly our deltoid pops up our arm a little more because the fat around it's gone. Suddenly our tricep pops up our arm more because that body fat is melting away around it. So we start to get that toned look. We also are able to improve our musculature by giving it enough carbs and protein and building it up, building our strength, building the density of the muscle. So I promise you will still get that lean toned physique, but we need to focus on getting our body fat into a healthy range that we like aesthetically before we focus on building muscle and toning. That's my recommendation. Now, you're clearly in a calorie deficit, right? Which means without a doubt, the scale is going to go down if you are consistent with it. The third way that people struggle to lose weight is they're not tracking. So one day they skip breakfast and have 1,100, and then the next day they go out to eat and have 3,000. And the next day they focus and have 1,500. This, your body hates it. This is the same way I don't promote if you work out more, you get to eat more. And if you, on a rest day, you don't eat as much. I don't like this, you guys. Your body does not like it. So we are going to recalibrate your metabolism by having you at a consistent number of calories day in and day out. I need you to stick with this, and I'll teach you how here in a second. So you're clearly in a calorie deficit, right? But here's the thing. You're going to lose weight. Cool. But if you're not hitting your protein goal, I promise you, you are not going to look the way you want to look when that weight comes off. The weight will probably come back, and it's going to get harder and harder to lose weight because we are paring down our muscle. When we are in a when we're in a calorie deficit and our body's burning this much and we're not getting enough protein, our body's like, fine, I'll meet her where she is. I'm going to bring my muscle down and meet her where she's willing to meet me. Instead of giving our body enough protein, and we fill this gap by burning fat. 1 gram per pound of your goal body weight is all the protein you need. Some people think you need more. Some people think you need less. We only need to bring so much lumber to the job site, everybody. Your body is your body. And if your goal body weight is reasonable to your height, you only need that much of it in grams. So also, if you're exercising, so we're in a calorie deficit, right? Our muscle wants to get pared down. If you're exercising, guess what's happening when you're exercising? We're breaking the muscle down. So we're not doing ourselves any favors when we're working out. We're doing ourselves a favor when we fill in with protein, build, repair, improve our metabolism. Our muscle is what eats calories. Every time our muscle squeezes, it's using glucose, carbs. Every time our muscle, carbs, exercise, carbs, everything. Okay. So to get enough protein, we need to prioritize it in every single meal. If you're having a snack, it needs to have protein. So if you're having chips, I hope they're protein chips. If you're having fruit, I hope it has Greek yogurt with it, because it's going to be really hard at the end of the day to catch up to that 40 or 60 gram debt that you need to pay. So get out in front of it early. If you're going to get it from whole food sources, make sure they are lean, lean, lean. So if you're going to have eggs, have it be mostly egg whites. There's no fat in those. You can still do one egg for consistency and flavor. If you're going to have yogurt, have it be zero fat Greek yogurt. If you're going to have meat, chicken breast instead of chicken thigh, have 90% or higher on the ground meat. Okay, manipulate your protein to do the most for you, because you don't want to get to the end of your day saying, I'm way over on my calories and I haven't hit my protein. It's probably because you went over on your fat. It is very hard to hit our protein goal without help from supplementation. This is why so many people struggle to lose weight, because they think they're getting enough protein and they're not. It is expensive and inconvenient and difficult to buy, prep, and eat all that protein. So this is why I'm going to turn you guys in the direction of level 1. If any of you use level 1, please tell me how much you love it in the comments. Testimonial. So level 1 protein is the best and the only protein that I recommend, because it's processed at a really low temperature. Most proteins are like, take a piece of chicken and put it on an open flame. This is crock pot chicken protein. This is slow, low temp, sits nice on your stomach protein. And because of that, you can have as many scoops a day as you need to hit your goal. Okay. Ooh, I love it. Thanks for chiming in. So I'm going to recommend that to you guys. I'll include it in the YouTube comments here when I post this, but this is going to get you to your goal, and it's going to be delicious, and it's going to be a lot more cost effective, and it's going to feel a lot better than your Costco protein. Okay. Similarly, collagen, the vital protein that we all have used before, is not a complete protein. I had a feeling that was you, Anna. It is not a complete protein, and so you're not going to get that muscle protein synthesis out of it, which is what we're trying to get. Okay. So the First Form's collagen is a complete protein, all the different collagens, and it's just free protein that you just put into whatever you want. So now we know we got to hit our calories, we got to hit our protein. So how do we actually decide what we're going to eat? Personally, if you guys have been with me for a while, if you zoom out, I would love to see your plate. Let's do a bowl. Look like my toddler was playing with this morning. You're going to have protein, you're going to have veggies, and you're going to have a carb. What this is going to do is you're going to get fat and protein from your protein source. You're going to get carbs, energy from your carbs, and you're going to get fiber and carbs from your veggies. This makes things simple. It makes it easy to track, makes it really easy to track, makes it easy to prep. Simple, simple, simple. It still can taste good. Okay, so I have a couple YouTube videos on the channel talking about what to cook, how to best track it and weigh it. But the biggest takeaway I want you guys to have is pre-tracking. Pre-tracking your food is a surefire way to win. And if you pre-track your day and then you go about it and you're like, I'm hungry, this plan isn't working, that's when you message me, because you probably didn't get enough fiber, or maybe your carb timing wasn't right. Maybe you didn't have enough water. Whatever it was, we can figure it out. But pre-tracking gets you practice and learning where these macros are coming from so you can hit your goal. At the end of the day, everybody, during this challenge, your goal is to hit your calories and hit your protein. So if you have a higher fat day, that's fine. If you have, just as long as your carbs are lower, so you hit your calories and protein. You can go over on your protein, that's okay, but just know that carbs and fat are fuel. Protein is what it is, just hit your mark. For example, if I know that I'm going to have salmon for dinner, I'm not going to have avocado that day. I'm not going to have peanut butter that day because my fat grams are going to be too high. Learn where your macros are coming from so that you can either change the portion, adjust, or omit certain things. Yeah. You can also copy one meal over, or you can copy the entire day over in the app. So know that. Repeating meals is amazing. Repeating days is fine, especially if you just have tiny little edits. Now, I want to talk about eating out. It's bound to happen. I would love for you all to choose 3 to 5 restaurants where you set a boundary with the people you go out to eat with to say, this is where I'm comfortable going based on my goals, because there is 1 or 2 menu items that I want to have. And don't say I can't, because then people are going to try to save you. They're going to try to save you from whoever's stopping you from not being able to go to that restaurant. Don't tell them it's me. So have boundaries. No is a full sentence, okay? And when all else fails, a house salad with grilled protein is fantastic and low calorie and high protein. And I promise you will still be satiated after. Next thing we're going to chat about is movement. Notice how in the big 4, calories, protein, movement, water, I don't say exercise. If you're going to be burning a consistent number of calories, or if we're going to be eating a consistent amount, we need to be burning a consistent amount. And that's not me telling you to exercise every day. That is me telling you to get the same steps every day. What this means is that on a day that you don't exercise, you might not be in a calorie deficit anymore because you're burning less calories, unless you understand that and you purposefully take an extra walk or do some more chores or some more errands and purposefully move your body. A 45-minute workout session burns the same number of calories as 2 30-minute walks. I don't care how you move your body. I don't care how you burn calories. I just need you to be consistent and hit a certain mark. But what I will say is that when it comes to exercise, resistance training is going to be king or queen, whatever. When we do cardio, we're burning calories. Cool. I can burn calories by flapping my arms around, hanging out with my daughter. I can burn calories by going on a walk. Burning calories is burning calories. But when we're resistance training, when we're lifting weights, challenging enough to change our muscle, remember what I said, our muscle is what eats calories. So now I'm eating more calories up all the time. I'm changing my metabolism, I'm changing my resting metabolic rate. This is going to pay off so much better, and you'll work on getting that physique. Give your protein purpose, give your carbs purpose. We're probably going to go 5 minutes over. So if you got to go, don't worry, I'm going to post the recording. But I wanted to talk about travel. I guarantee we're probably going to travel or do something besides stay in our perfect little routine. A lot of us feel like we can only achieve our goals by being in this routine. I'm going to go to the gym 5 days a week. And then I miss day 4 and I'm like, well, this isn't going to work. And I quit. This is me, actually. I say, I'm going to eat this for breakfast every day. I pre-track it. One day I don't feel like it, skip it. I nix the whole thing. Okay. The path to your goal can look different. Okay. We can get here this way, this way, this way. Just got to look at what's in front of you and listen to your body. So when you're traveling, remember that your priority is to hit your calorie goal. While it is harder to track accurately while you're traveling, you can still prioritize your protein and you can still monitor your portion control. So as you are tracking and weighing your food, and there's a video on my YouTube about weighing your food, look at your portions, get to know your portions. When you eat out, it is going to have a little bit more from the oils and stuff that they cook with. Cheers. Portion control, prioritize protein. So that's calories and protein. Movement. I'm pretty sure you can move no matter where you are. Wake up early, get out in front of it early, have your protein early, do it before anyone else does. And remember that whoever you're with, you have an opportunity to really lead by example here. I believe that you're a leader. So show people that. And nothing's stopping you from drinking water. Okay. Our water goal is 100 ounces. Water is easy to do and it's easy not to do. Just choose to do it. Every time you look at your water bottle, take a sip. Count to 5, take a sip. Now, we have a lot of all in, all out mentality people in this challenge, myself included. Life gets hard. And when life gets hard, the first thing we throw out the window is our nutrition and our routine. How do you expect yourself to get through the hard times in life if you feel like crap because you just ate pizza, donuts, alcohol? How is that making it better? I'm the type of person where I like take my control back by eating like trash. And then I don't feel good. And then my brain is not happy because I'm having these crazy glucose spikes and I'm feeling down and bloated and ugh. So when life gets hard, say, how can I feel my absolute best through a not so great time? It's by sticking to your plan. Now, you don't have to track for the rest of your life. You do not have to be perfect for the rest of your life. You can intuitively eat again, but when you have a goal like this, ignorance is not bliss when it comes to how much food you're eating and how much protein you're having. We want to be realistic. You want to be exercising and moving the way that you can forever. So be realistic because the weight will come back on if you work out 7 days a week for 8 weeks and then you go back to normal life, post challenge life. So be realistic. Figure it out your way for your life. You do not have to be perfect forever. And I will teach you how when you get to your goal weight, we're going to rev your metabolism back up with more food, more fuel, and you will be able to eat intuitively. If you are someone who's listening to this and is like, I do not want to track my food. I am not ready. I do have an intuitive based program that does not track. The timeline for results is a little longer because we don't have that effectiveness of specifics on the measurements, but I do have an intuitive based program in my one-on-one coaching. Again, I do have a special 8-week chunk for you guys if you want to jump in on that. So for this challenge, we are going to be doing this for 8 weeks, tracking our food, hitting our calorie goal, hitting our protein goal, exercising 3 to 5 days a week. And a big recommendation I have for y'all is to take a walk every day, 7 days a week, the goal being 45 minutes. This can have you lose an extra pound a week because you're burning an extra 200 something calories a day. So get out on that walk, find the time, make the time. You are worth it. We are going to have some winners from this challenge. First Form announces biggest transformation in the 8 weeks, biggest transformation to anyone who's been in the app for longer than 9 weeks, and then the best team. So if you haven't already, you have until tonight to add a partner. The team results are always the best results. So if you two get the best results collaboratively, each of those sections, all 3, will get $25,000. And I've had people in the running, so don't get it twisted that I have what it takes and you have what it takes. Okay? I'm not nobody with First One. They're watching me, which means they're watching you. But I'm going to have some winners as well. So I'm going to have the biggest transformation winner. My headphones are about to die. Hang tight. So I'm going to have my biggest transformation winner. This is going to be seen in the photos and on the scale. So this is why I want your photos to be good lighting so we can see that transformation, and you're going to want to see them. And then I'm also going to have a relentless winner. My relentless winner is someone who ran the damn play relentlessly. And they also embrace the Jess Lee fitness community, bringing people into the app, bringing people into the Facebook group, sharing their story. This is my relentless winner. Each of you are going to get a huge goodie basket from me sent in the mail, as well as a free coaching session, a free month of meal plan, and a personalized workout program. You're also going to get crazy results. So I'm sure there was a lot more I can say, but we are at time. The biggest thing I want you guys to know is that I am here to support you. And if I make supplement recommendations to you, I'm also always going to give you the nutritional recommendation. I'll finish by saying that level 1 and OptiGreens 50 are your top 2 things to incorporate here because your metabolism and your gut health need to be in a prime position. I do not want you wasting your time eating this amount of calories or exercising this much if your gut and your muscles and your metabolism can't do what they need to do. So OptiGreens 50 and level 1, I really want y'all on this. I stand by it and you will love it. It's worth it. You guys are amazing. I believe in you so much, and I can't wait for any one-on-one messages, calls that we do. If you need me, message me in the app, find me on Instagram. I'll be sharing a lot of inspiration on Instagram as well, so be sure to follow me. I think that's all I can think of. Let's freaking do this thing. Please smile, even if your camera is off. You have what it takes. You are worth it. These 8 weeks are going to go by no matter what. They're going to go by no matter what. So how do you want to feel at the end of it? let your compounding days average to the positive, and you will come out of this better than you were before. And I'm right by your side. All right, everybody. I love you, care about you. Let's do this thing.